You know what it is, DJ Self VIP Saturday Superstar J.
It's the homie Gray RZA.
It is your girl B Life.
And let me tell you something.
Legendary.
Superstar J, we in the fucking house with royalty right now.
Yes.
Royalty, man.
One of my favorite, this is going to be one of my favorite interviews right here.
Yo, it is my favorite interview, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let them know who's in the building, Jay. Come on, man.
Raekwon the shut.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready to shout out everybody's name. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, man.
Raekwon is in the building. What up?
What up, family?
Man, yo, first off, salute, man. When I was coming up, you know, DJing, you know what I'm saying, and the album, you know what I'm saying? Wow. I got my swag from Raekwon. Let me tell you something, man.
I think a lot of
we owe
cats.
this to him.
A lot of cats got that. Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Thank you, man.
How many
Believe it.
pictures you took with one hand over the eye, nigga? You know what I'm saying? How many pictures you took with one hand over the eye?
But I got that from Malcolm X.
Wow.
So I can't even take all the love for that.
By any means,
That was
man.
his thing because it was using the mind. So
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna have to break the science down in a minute. Now, understand, Raekwon, we got this is Saturday. We got like 28 million people that listen to us worldwide.
shit.
28 million. Now, you know, it's no fronting, you know what I mean? It's Sirius XM radio. So that it's 28 million, right?
Absolutely, man.
Or might be,
29.
Yeah, we might be off by a million or so. You know what I'm saying?
off by a million.
Yeah.
Enough. It's enough.
So
It's
I just
definitely
want
enough.
like the extra million that probably don't know who you are to just explain yourself, who you are to these people.
Yeah, you know, I'm the chef. I come from that super group, Wu-Tang Clan. We've been around since the 90s. You know, we emerged back in 93. And, you know, I'm responsible for the purple tape. You know, only built for Cuban links.
Yes.
Classic.
You know, just the W, man, the flag. You know, if you know about the W, that's the group with the most tattooed fans and, you know, the most street credibility of a super group you ever gonna see in your life. You probably, you know, usually things happen twice, but I don't think you're gonna ever get another Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, that's like fucking Michael Jordan. It's something, you know, Kobe was it, you know what I'm saying? But a nine members, it's nine members, right?
Yeah, it's
Nine members.
Do you think that the landscape of hip hop now even like could cater to that?
I mean, you know, of course, I think it could because it's all about skill, and you know, everybody is forming they family, they group, and you know, and doing deals within their own selves with their whole team. So, you know, I think people still respect it. It's just about you got to really have the talent and the skill.
But we gonna be real though.
Yeah,
it's
man.
never gonna be
No.
another Wu-Tang.
At the time, I mean,
I don't think so.
walking through those doors with 9 members, signing
Yes.
a contract, and then blowing those doors off the fucking hinges, I don't think that's
Like
gonna happen
9
again.
solid members.
I try to like
bodies.
me and Gray. We always get these young artists. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like just the whole East Coast. We could say New York. You know what I'm saying? Staten Island, Jersey. But it just feels to me like soon as they get the light, they feel they on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't see 9 people getting along. How did that come about with y'all all getting along and then everybody just like I never seen when I'm a rewind it now, Gray. When I first heard Wu-Tang, right? It was just a whole like the record went so long. How long was that record to protect your neck?
That shit probably was like 6 minutes or some shit.
It had to be a little bit because I'm telling you, in parties,
7 minutes.
now DJs, we spin it, we get off of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, back in the days, my little basement, the basement parties, you know what I'm saying? You could grind on a chick for like, and we was grinding on chicks on street music.
You fuck around and end up with the next weekend on a basement party, man.
So how was it in the studios that yo Meth, I got 8 bars, or ODB, we got 12, you got 8. How did y'all put that all together, just being in the studio?
You know, it was just what RZA wanted at the time, far as because he was the more professional one out of all of us. Like, you know, the Abbott, we call him the Abbott for the reasons of him being able to bring the whole situation to us and mastermind a plan, and you know, just really, really take time to understand each one of us.
Yeah.
And when we get up in the studio, it was really all about first come, first serve basis. Whoever was there, and you know, if he sounded good on that record, then he went first. And it never was really about bars until after I think RZA started to compose the records. So it would have been like, yo, Ray go in there and do 16, Mev go in there and do 16, Deck, whoever, and then he would go back and do what he do and do cuts and whatever, composing it. But it was just all about just going in there and just doing what you do. You know, if it was 4 bars that was needed, RZA would look around the room and be like, give me 4 bars.
Wow. It sounds like, on some 36 Chambers, like once you get into that arena, you better come with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's something that I feel like sometimes is missing from music right now, from today and stuff. Was that how it was? Or was it like, look, man, he's busting your ass. He's going to go first.
Yeah, I mean, it was always a competition thing because when we, us being even a group, we were still individual mind thinkers in their own music world when RZA still formed the group. That's why we always said we form like Voltron, but then we also break down into each individual. Yeah. And that was all a part of the chess move to go out and go do separate deals because everybody had their own style. So the competition game was always lit because it's like, imagine being in a circle with all different styles of MCs. Right. You had to be the best at what you doing. Yeah. For me, I didn't have a Wu-Tang style. All I knew was the streets. So I bought that. That was my particular chamber that I represented. The chambers. Talking about that world. Meanwhile, while you could get educated from GZA, or you could, get some real grimy stuff from Old Dirty, or Meth would come with the style, and Deck would come with his 3.0 that he always stole. Deck was like Scottie Pippen, like when you go back to Protect Your Neck. Yeah. Once you heard I smoke on the mic, it was like
smoking Joe Frazier.
Can we get into that record?
Got to.
Let's get into it, man. Classic.
VIP Saturdays, this the homie Gray RZZY.
Superstar J.
Your girl B Life.
And we still got the chef in the building. Raekwon is here, man.
Yep. God.
Yeah, man. Make sure you call us up 888-742-3345. Now, I've had the privilege, man, of being a youngin' in the game and being able to see, from the sidelines what was going on with Wu-Tang. Yeah. And I was always blown away by having 9 Cats and being able to move around with 9 Cats the way you were. I don't know if that would have been able to happen today. But one of the things that I used to see is like once y'all became established, it was that crew love between internally, but also within like your label mates like a Big Pun, like a Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Like a MOP. How was it like once y'all started to become like very successful? How was it to move around with that? Did y'all expect that? And once y'all got it, how did y'all handle that?
I mean, we came in the game with the tyrant mentality, like, lyrically, whoever's in our way, we'll cut your head off, and, just that's how we felt about our sword style of rhyming, which was really just being sharp and being a great MC and having knowledge of self and, having that all wrapped up in one blade, like, it was like a nasty blade, but, I guess overall, once people respected us, automatically it humbled us up to appreciate being respected like that. And, also being at the label, our label wasn't Def Jam. We was on Loud Records. Right. So even though Def Jam was the hottest shit, Loud was like a baby Def Jam. Yeah. And, you had Pun, you had, Mobb Deep. So we kind of had like our little family over there. And these was all credible street niggas. That really, not only having talent, but they have that respect. Yeah. So what we would do is just give them that respect because they was giving it to us. Right. So it was never really a problem to just hang out with dudes or whatever. Like, really, I would say myself more was probably the person that was more fucking with niggas. You know what I mean? Because I went out more. You'll catch me in Queens, you'll catch me uptown. I remember I used to go uptown to hang out with AZ when he was living up there. I would shoot over here to Queens, go mess with Nas and them, or I'd be in Brooklyn or something. You know what I mean? But I always was one of them type of dudes. Yeah. And it was just all about building relationships with the right men because we all see each other all the time anyway. So, we would identify with who's a real nigga, like, he's real. You know what I mean? Fat Joe all the way up in the Bronx, he's a real nigga. Niggas don't even know that Joe brought Pun to me. You know what I mean? When I was coming to a session just to hang out with Joe, Joe asked me, I want to introduce you to my man, Big Pun. Wow. So I said, yeah. He said, I want you to hear him spit. I said, yeah, let me hear that. And this is before he made one record. Joe asked me, yo, Chef, do you think he got it? After I heard them bars from Pun, I was like, he got it, nigga. He got it, Lord. And then after that, we did the record Firewater. You know what I mean? That was a record that I did with Fat Joe, and he was like, yo, can Pun get on? I said, nigga, you better put that nigga on that shit right now, motherfucker. Stop playing and put him on the record, man.
Right.
And after that, we had our number one Latino cat, you know, that Joe
man.
breeded. You know what I mean?
When was that moment when after the single, when you felt like I'm here? You know what I'm saying? Like after the Protect Your Neck, and you just seen like the popularity, like people knowing Raekwon.
Yeah.
And like, I'm that nigga now.
I mean, I always felt like that from just the group. You know what I mean? Like once, I always been a team player, man. And once we did what we had to do, and we started doing these big concerts and doing MetLife Studio and really just getting that traction through the world, I felt like we was on. Like I didn't even have to have an album out then. The group was just being recognized. You gotta remember, you dealing with niggas from the hood who never really had nothing. Anything we had to grind for it or protect it. But when all this happened, it was like we felt like we was them dudes, but we didn't know. When once the fame and all that started coming, it was like we embraced it, man. It was about doing anything to get out the jungle, man.
You touched on something real quick where we were, and we're moving past the success of the 36 Chambers, and we're about to move into the Purple Tape, which was only built for Cuban links. Classic, definitely a classic, man. Shit, like
classic.
I remember that summer vividly because I woke up to this. I popped the tape like 3 times. I had to go buy it a 4th time. And my sister wasn't giving me a free one. I had to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So tell me, like, what made you go ahead and stay with the Loud family? Because once you started moving into the individual projects from the Wu, a lot of the guys, like Meth went over to Def Jam, and Dirty went over here. Like, what made you Electra? What made you stay with Loud?
Contract. Steve wanted me. Steve Rifkin.
Shout out to Steve, man. Changed the motherfucking game, man.
Yeah, Steve, it was, I would hear stories that, Def Jam wanted me and Meth, but they couldn't take both of us because I guess at that time RZA and them was like, nah, you can't have both of them on the same thing. It was always a plan to have everybody, spread it out and not be on the same label with each other though. But, Steve, he seen something in me early. And he told Riz, he's like, yo, I got that bag. You know what I mean?
I know he's like,
Riz
hey.
came back with that bag. And, for me, if it was more than 30, it was a lot of dough. I'm taking it.
You got that bag. We're going to go with that bag.
We're going to go with that bag, yeah. And that's how it happened.
You were just describing like a era in New York that was classic. You just named everybody, that's huge out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we have nationwide listeners, but we are in New York. What is your take being around New York hip hop forever? Where are we at now with it?
Like I said, it's more of an open door for everybody to get in now and emulate what they seen us do back in the early days. But far as the authenticity of being a real artist, I still don't really see that yet because everybody's so focused on just making a record instead of really,
a full body of work,
making a timeless full body, like really taking your time. Like it's not that climate no more,
right?
But everybody is still out there making money and building they fan base, which I respect because today you don't have to be a dope MC to have a fan base.
Sure do.
So I just know that the times change and it ain't like it ain't like then.
So who's the realest in New York to you right now?
That's hard because it's a lot of them that I respect from different levels.
Yeah.
My man Mano, I love
Shout out to Mano, yeah.
He really came in the game and really carved his name in the business and really did a lot of great things. Then you got the Young G, the Troy Ave,
Yeah.
I did one of Troy Ave's first records, like when he even started doing features with dudes. It was like, they come to the chef because they love me.
Yeah,
and it's
I like that record that he did.
The humble, you know what I mean? He see the humbleness in the nigga and he like, yo, and I'm a fan. I love you, yo. What could we do? And I like your energy. I'm saying this to him. So I gave him a shot. Yo, I believe in you. And I think as New York, not to cut you off.
Nah, it's all good.
As New York, I think it's important that the dudes that been there for a long time do open the doors for these young guys to come in and do their thing. So I just respect niggas hustle. You know, you get better as you go on, and I think I went through that. I had to get better as I go on. Like right now, I'm better than ever. You know what I'm saying? It's really better than ever.
Absolutely,
real.
man.
Okay.
VIP Saturdays. Call us up 888-742-3345. We here with Raekwon the chef, man. We chefing it up.
Yeah, definitely. Now I wanna ask you now. Like I speak to Jada. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the forefathers of this East Coast rap, and like you said. You're a person that embraces, like I've always seen you on records embrace these rappers. Like, you know, so at your status, it's like, man, I ain't doing nothing. But what makes you just want to embrace a young rapper that you see just going so hard with you know what I mean? Even if it's not the bars, but you see them getting the buzz because it seems like you're always aware of what's going on.
Exactly.
A lot of these, you know, older rappers, you know, quote unquote, I gotta say LL, he's one of them too, that just always embrace what's going on. Like what made you say, yo, you know what? I'm gonna look into this Instagram, listen to this radio and see who's hot.
Well, you know, first and foremost, I look at them like that was me before. You know, I think that we gotta do that. You know, that's like me knowing that Kid Capri, if he didn't play our record back then, the way he loved it, that we wouldn't have probably been here like that. So every time I see Kid Capri, it's like I'm ready to go get him a turkey and cheese sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise and ask him if he need anything else. I owe you that. You know what I mean? I just owe you that time. And I think for me, when I see the young cats, and now I'm in a situation of that kind of greatness, I feel like it's my job to see and be like, let me see if he really built for it. And that's what I do. I pay attention to that.
I'm glad he says that because a lot of times I don't think that not hand holding, but I don't think it's ushered in, like that torch isn't passed. Like sometimes cats try to hold on so long and maybe that time has passed them and they're not teaching. You know what I'm saying? They're not passing back like, yo, look, let me give you some info, let me give you some knowledge, let me drop some jewels, and then so you could get better in this game, man. I just want to step back real quick with that Purple tape. A lot of people have been questioning, and I don't know if this has ever really been answered, but it always seemed like you and Ghost. What made you go ahead and say, yo, Ghost, ride with me on this right here? And it seemed like that was also returned with Iron Man. What was that communication right there?
Shit heavy. He know everything. He knows everything. Nah, I mean, you know, well, you know, out of the group, you know, there's so many of us. You know, we all love each other, of course, but me and Ghost had like a special bond only because we went to school together. We sat in classrooms, snapped. We know each other from the town, and we just like the same shit. You know what I mean? Whether it was Wallabies or
Two-Tone
Jury or we fight we need to do it this way or that way. Like me and him always paired up ill. So when it was time for me to do my album, even though I know that at the end of the day I'm gonna have all of my brothers attached to it, I needed my brother Ghostface there more because we related more. So we would be each other's battery. Like I didn't need to hear nobody else but him. If he said it was official, I believed him, and vice versa. So when we was making Cuban Links and making Iron Man all around the same time, and you're 100% right, because we do look at it like Iron Man is the sister of Cuban Links. Everybody call a spade because they knew that we was making these albums at the same time. But it was just that me and him, we was at our best, and we wanted our team to win. Like, you know, you got that athlete team, that team, and you got them MVPs on the court, and we felt like them MVPs already because we was like, yo, we gonna protect this, follow our lead, you know. And when we was making Cuban, you know, before we even got it going, it's like I had to call him and say, yo, you know, you coming with me on this mission, man. Because it was like it was always about everybody's individual project, but for me and him, we was like, yo, we gonna do our shit this way. And RZA seen the energy in us. He seen the togetherness. He seen how we would challenge the whole crew, me and Ghost, and we would just stand on. So he kind of knew, like, these two motherfuckers right here.
That
This
classic.
Ray and Ghost shit right here. Yo, y'all on some Ray and Ghost shit. And we work together good on stage and and most energy.
The trends,
the
everything.
Muhammad Ali niggas, that was us.
Can we get into a record? 'Cause I want you to pick that record off that album, man. Only Built for Cuban Links.
Only Built for Cuban Links, man. Let me hear Knowledge God, man. Take them there.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
VIP.
VIP, baby.
You know what it is, VIP Saturday, Superstar J.
It's the homie Gray RZA.
It's your girl, B Life.
Yes, and we still got the legendary Raekwon, the chef in the building.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta get my question in, man.
Got to.
Now, Rick is into this
to.
fashion. Now I have to ask you, man. Like I bought the Wallabies, you know what I'm saying? it took a lot. My mom's, you know what I mean. On that, I went on Jamaica Avenue. Them joints was like $1.60.
Wow.
So had the brown one. I only could afford the brown ones.
Without the custom dye job.
Yes. Now when I came through high school, I was that nigga. Now I want to ask you, like you set so many trends. It can't be so simple, and now with the hat with the lines on it, like you know what I'm saying, that hat right there is memorable for me. Now just the video I was doing even with the Nautica and embracing all the trends of Tommy Hill, what made you say, yo, I just want to, I'm gonna rock these brands because you had like now you see it's coming back.
Yeah.
Now, what made you embrace like the Nauticas, the Tommy Hills, like even the wardrobes, the goddamn fucking what's the shower the thing what they used to wear they was wearing
The shower.
oh no the motherfucking damn I'm fucking up what you wearing the robes my fault the robes
The robes. Yeah, the robes.
you know what I'm saying them shits was expensive. Now what made you embrace that type of fashion at that time?
We grew up under niggas that was fresh all the time, man. I'm talking about the OGs. Like, it was a lot of niggas around the way that really dressed their ass off. Like, I'm talking about from 85 when we was kids. And, you could look at a nigga's sneakers and see like, yo, the way his Adidas look on his feet was like, this nigga know how to get it. He know how to put it down. So we always was into fashion, and we know that once we had an opportunity to get some money, we know that we better look right. So we always been in the clothes, man, just from being a hip-hop dude, embracing the culture. From looking at Run DMC and Slick Rick with Clarks on and Kane with the flat top, with the
Wallabies though. How did you figure out say I'm gonna wear Wallabies? Cause
Wally's was a shoe that was wore a lot by West Indians. And
school.
It was almost it was like a shoe, but it was a comfortable shoe. It was like still had that grip on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you had to be a fly nigga. If you had a pair of Clarks on back then, you was one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Because everybody wasn't.
You couldn't line it up with everything too.
So that was something that we stuck with once we got some money. It's like, yo, what I'm gonna go buy? Yo, you know what to go buy. I'm gonna get a pair of Clarks. I'm going to get silks. Because that was what niggas was wearing in the neighborhood. Heavy, the jury. So once we got on, we knew if we didn't have that uniform, you wasn't looking like that nigga in the town.
And there was a lot of custom work going on too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One-on-ones.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of one-on-ones with pressure in the hood.
But Ghost, my nigga, really took the Clark game to another level though when he started, because it was one thing that,
did Clarks ever holler at y'all, like to give y'all a deal or anything? Like
not back then, because we was too wild still, and we wasn't even
wasn't even thinking that way.
We wasn't
right?
even thinking that way, my nigga. Honestly, it was like, yo, we ain't sitting there worried about it. We just worried about how y'all see what the fuck we do.
Great
how
old
we
white
move.
man like, damn, Clarks themselves just went up so much.
Oh, yo,
What is the reason? Yeah.
Yo, they shit went up a lot.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, they went up a lot, and they never dropped the bag on us. They never hit us with no shoes or nothing.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy because you probably sold like 1 million pairs of Clarks.
Yo, my nigga, we started dyeing them colors.
Yeah, it's not too late to cut
red
that check.
and green,
Yeah.
olive green and yellow. And
You remember the
it's
two-tone
definitely
colors when
the
they were
two-tone.
red?
Yeah, Ghost started splitting them up. I used to rock the solid colors. Like
Yeah.
I wanted the army green pair, then I wanted a red pair, then I wanted a yellow pair, then I wanted sky blue. Then Ghost was like, I'm freaking sky blue with this. I'm freaking blue and cream. And
Blue and cream.
it was like,
Yeah.
there you go. Just competition.
Man, shout out
heavy.
to the people with the fake Clarks. There's a couple of people with the fake
Oh, yeah,
Clarks.
you know that.
Leaning from the jump. You put
Yeah.
the shit on brand new, you leaning out here. What the fuck is wrong with your sneakers, man?
So let's talk about what's going on with you now, man. man. Now we're getting part 2 to Only Built for Cuban Links, right? Are we working on that?
Nah, I mean, you know, we done that one.
We did that.
Part, I'm sorry.
We did that already.
Yeah, I mean, you talking about 3?
Yes, 3.
Yeah, I mean, you know, right now it's you know, I'm in a F.I.L.A chamber right now, which is, you know, the main thing right now for me. You know,
and let them know, Ray, man. It's an acronym, man, because you always got science behind your shit. Let them know what it's about.
Yeah, G, you know what time it is. You know what it is. But yeah, you know, F.I.L.A. You know, it's an acronym, but everybody call it F.I.L.A. I call it F.I.L.A too because we know them letters to be that. But
yes.
The album's called Fly International Luxurious Art, which is a lifestyle album. It's just showing y'all that I'm still at my best. I'm even better than ever.
Fucking waves spinning crazy.
Known. You know, I'm an OG, so, you know, an old OG.
Yo, for the record, I couldn't get no
young OG.
Ray, I couldn't get waves to save my fucking life, and you still doing it, man. Couldn't get it to save my life, man.
This is natural.
I damn near brushed my brain trying to get that shit.
He said, nah, daddy.
Water and thoughts, baby.
We need to zoom the camera in. Do you see the swag of the OG? Because you know he even put them headphones on the top of his head.
I was gonna mention,
fuck my blend up, man.
We ain't doing that. We not coming out like that.
Somebody thinking right, like, damn, why did I think of wearing my headphones like that? Because you ain't Ray the chef, nigga. That's why, man.
I ain't see nobody in the game yet go sideways neither. So, you know,
you start
sideways. You're a bad man.
You started this off saying you're better than ever right now. So, what is it that you can say you're better than ever? Like, why do you define it as that, and what do you do to keep getting better? Because you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like I'm at my best because number one, you know, the history of what we done and still being able to be here 20 years later and still have an effect on the people and still be giving niggas what they want. You know, it's hard to stay relevant and still have your gun the way you're supposed to have it. And for me, just to see these young guys come at me, because I've been doing a lot of work the last couple of years, man. Like, if you really go back to all the features I've done, these are guys calling me.
Right.
Like, yo, Chef, I'm getting a call from the West, the East, the South. You know, so it kind of made me a more in tune artist with everybody because of the fact that, you know, I've done so much work and then doing my own work and still being like, yo, you know what? You did what you had to do. You did it. So I feel like I'm at my best.
I mean, you've gotten that call. Like, you lit that Good Friday series up with Kanye a couple of years ago. Like, you got on that, lit that shit up.
Yeah, he called me. Yup.
What do you think?
Big record right there,
huge, man.
Yeah. And I feel, I'm sorry, but I feel like that was overlooked, that record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that was a big record that could have went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But great record right there.
What do you think about, I mean, first of all, when you talk about Kanye, salute to Kanye, because he's a huge artist in the game right now. Tell me, I always wanted to ask this question to one of the members. What was your response with Drake giving such a salute to Wu-Tang? The name of the record was Wu-Tang Forever. You know what I'm saying? On his last album, Nothing Was the Same. What was your response to that?
Oh, nah, you know, I was definitely humble and respectful of that, you know. Just for a cat to, you know, be one of the hottest dudes in the game today and just name his album after our album or name his song after our album. I mean, I felt like that was respect. He just showed that he grew up on us. And, you know, when I talked to him and I seen him, you know, you could tell dudes is fans because that's how I would have acted if I would have seen Slick Rick or Big Daddy Kane or, you know, so that, you know, it goes back to the younger generation looking at us the way we used to look at them.
Interverting with that question with Rick, do you feel like more people from overseas embrace hip hop a little bit more? Like, it seems like with Drake, it's like he's been a student of the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you can't like push nothing over. Like, he knows everything about when it comes to 90s, and you know, you can hear him say hints. And sometimes I try to tell these young cats that are in New York, like, you can come up and it'll be like, yo, do you know this album? And, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like overseas, because I know you broke the barrier of doing a lot of tours overseas and seeing these artists embrace you. Do you feel like more overseas rappers, they do their homework with y'all, the homework with hip hop a little bit more than our younger people right now?
I would say, like, you know, you got to remember when you start going out the country and all that, they don't get it as much as we get it. It's one thing to hear it, but then it's another thing to see it and live it and, you know, the radio is sizzling, and you know, it shows like y'all that's super big. They don't have that over there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a limit.
Tell them about that pirate radio where motherfuckers are sending that signal from the middle of the fucking water. Yo, you want this hip hop?
Kind of shit. Yeah. But you know, back to what you saying, it's like they appreciate it because they come from it too. It's just that they never had the opportunity to be next to it.
Yes.
So now they study the music. They know who's fucking really keeping it real. You can't fool them out there. I'm telling you, they really know what's going on.
The motherfuckers approach you
and
too.
I'm just in for the world. You know, we just letting you know, like being out the country. Like I tip my hat to them because they know everything. It's just the language is different.
Yeah.
The language is different, and when I tell you, me seeing kids young, old, you know, just knowing these songs, and not only just Wu-Tang songs. I'm talking about everybody's shit. You know, but I just think that they embraced it more because they didn't have the opportunity to be there when it was over here like that.
And what's crazy about that is if you ask them, yo, where's the McDonald's at? They look at you like, huh? What? Because they don't know the language, but they know the songs. Like they could say the songs verbatim.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you know, you ask for them directions, you better translate that shit on your phone or something, man.
So the F.I.L.A album, right now, do we have any features, or are we embracing the young, or you know what I'm saying, a couple of people from the South, or
you know
what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this though, you know, and this is the reason why we here, because we definitely know that this album is coming April 28th.
April 28th.
April 28th is a fire. When I tell you you're gonna love the album, it's hard, but I got a little bit of everything on there.
Okay.
You know, and of course for me, you know, to make sure that y'all get what y'all want from me, we had to make sure that that's there. But then we had to put some growth and development in there and do some shit that nobody never seen. So I want to give you the features, the list, the producers, but I think right now, I don't want to blow all the candles out right now.
Okay.
You know, I want the people to be surprised. You see, we got the Wall to Wall record out right now.
Tough.
With French and Busta.
Tough.
You know, I'm reading the tabloids. I'm laughing because they don't know the combination factor is so authentic, but they gotta understand it.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on right now. The record is sizzling. I want everybody to go out there, you know, go get that Wall to Wall record on iTunes with me, French and Busta. You know, that's just the light the wick.
Yeah.
Light it up.
So, you know, it's a bunch of other shit on there that's super official that I know everybody gonna love, man.
We need exclusive for the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I gotta come back. I gotta come back and fuck with y'all before we actually drop the album. So, you know, if y'all want me here, I'm coming back. And we gonna vibe out.
We know what the chef here.
Yeah.
We shit gonna be a 3-hour show, man.
Right.
Me and Rick giving me the look like, damn, nigga, I still got stories to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But can we get into the Wall to Wall record?
It's only right, Superstar J.
Shout to French, shout to Bus. You know, Bus is always listening. He'll give you a text if you don't play that record. So we're going to play that. Yo, what's up, God? I'm listening right now.
Lord.
Yo, let me tell you something about Bus.
Lord.
I put a mixtape out, right? I spoke to Bus in the morning, and I was going. This is when Canal Street was popping. I swear. I said, yeah, Bus, the mixtape is out. Why was Buster on the corner waiting for me to put the tape out? Shout out to Bus, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, what?
VIP Saturdays, man. It's your boy Gray RZA.
Superstar J.
It's your girl B Life.
And we got royalty, man. Royalty, Superstar J.
Record, man.
Royalty is in the
Spinning
building.
that now.
Raekwon the Shelf is up here, man. Make sure you call us up. You got him for a couple more minutes, man. You better get in where you fit in. 888-742-3345.
And do remember, this is a whole hour show. This is the chef hour right now.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. Yo, I just want to say, yo, man, I'm having fun up here, man, and it's an honor to be with y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out y'all for real.
Yeah.
It's my first time. I gotta come back to y'all show, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before April 28th, which is when your album drops, correct?
Yes,
April 28th.
Okay.
Are we gonna have a crazy, like, because Rick is into the clothing of the release party? Are we gonna have like?
I'm gonna have to find some Wallies for y'all niggas. I gotta bring a couple of colors up here for y'all.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Word, I gotta get y'all sizes and all that, man.
So April 28th. Now, I want to ask you now, you know, before you leave, the social networking. Are you into the Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Are you into Twitter? You know, because a lot of artists sometimes I'm like, yo, bro, you're going to have to get into this because you see it now. Motherfuckers that don't got talent is fucking getting. I'm not going to even say that. They got talent because they getting booked.
They have something.
They have appeal.
They have something.
Chef, what do you say when you like, what the fuck is going on?
Nah, I mean, I'm definitely down with it. I'm down with it. It's a way that you could touch your peoples more intimately, and not, you know what I mean.
Yeah, definally.
Not like that. You know what I'm saying?
I touched a couple of girls on
Shout
the
out to all the ladies.
Yeah.
Intimately.
It's definitely more, hands-on with the fans and letting them know what's going on. It's like, we grew up on street teams, having to do things and, hiring a PR staff to do whatever. But now, just with a press of a button, it's like you can find out who fuck with you and who don't fuck with you.
Yeah, the records.
So for me, I've been rocking with it for a couple of years right now. I ain't got super millions of fans, but I got enough.
Right.
We might be sitting on 1 million between everybody.
Right.
As far as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all in one.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that movement right there. I could just get on my phone and go, yo, nigga, this is coming out tomorrow.
You see what
and everybody gonna be like, yeah, I'm ready. Nah, no, hold up. Wait, boom. So, it's just all about communicating, man.
Talking about the communication, man, a lot of things, news gets broken over social media. And I know last year there was a lot of news that came out, but that there was still somewhat of a rift between you and RZA. There was, I guess, some miscommunication there. Has that been worked out?
Oh, absolutely. One thing we ain't gonna never do as brothers is just keep grudging. It's business. Business is business. I think at the end of the day, when we came into business together, it was a gang mentality. But now, as we got older and we got our own children, and our business got to be right.
Yeah.
I can't be out there working. I can't come home and tell my kids, oh, yo, nah, this ain't what it is, or because then it's like, yo, I'm not really doing what I'm telling them I'm supposed to do, which is out here working. So it's just all about having the business tight, man.
Yeah.
I put in too much work, man. I put in too much work. We all put in too much work. So it's important that we pay attention to our brand, our individual brand as well, and, keep it moving, man. And if shit don't make sense, and, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
If it don't make sense for me and my lifestyle and my family, I can't do it.
Right.
So I'm just trying to be a better businessman and be fair and want to be treated fair.
A lot of times, me and Superstar J, we sit up here and we're brothers. And, a lot of times we slap box in the hallway right out here.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that,
real,
man.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? I got to get a lot of hits. He outweighs me by 70 pounds. I got to
gotta
quick punches, man.
get it in.
But it's a lot of times people forget that part of the business. Like when you're family and you came into the game together, man, it's like you go to have arguments. Everything ain't going to be rosy all the time.
Nah, if you even think that, then it ain't really genuine,
Definitely.
I always grew up on brothers, we one way or another, if we had to get a point across to you that meant helping you, then that's what it was, I'd rather, see, that's what's so different from then, because, you have more true friends when they know that you don't have a lot. But then when you get a lot, you got to really weigh out who's really a true friend.
That's a quote right there. God damn.
So my thing is it's tough to really see who really love you for you,
Yeah.
And I think sometimes as artists, that's what we want. We need to be able to be around people that's grounded, that ain't looking at me like I'm a star, because it'll go to my head. I ain't gonna front it, and I'm sure I see it go to mad niggas' heads. When you get money and you driving foreign and you
got everybody
you don't live
laughing
in the hood
at
and, it's like your attitude, changes, but it shouldn't change for the worse. It should change for the better. But sometimes you need to be around men that's grounding you, and I think with the Wu, we gotta still look at each other like that. We gotta still make sure at the end of the day, yo, hold up.
Right.
That ain't right.
Do you think that is what kept you guys, for decades, being able to not only be around each other, but also just, keep working and keep growing and have what you guys have now?
Yeah, of course, that and the money, the paper's good paper.
Keeps everybody together?
Yeah, that money, boy, but that's what we built it up to do, was to make money and take care of our families and do the right thing with it, but it ain't about fucking each other, you know what I mean? It's like once that start happening, and this ain't nothing new, this shit go through all the artists, that came before us. All these stories play out. That's why you don't never really see too many groups last.
Definitely.
Because it's always, you got to look at him like, You don't trust me?
I try to tell them, man.
You know what I mean?
Man, shout out to the chef. I see
not
they
supposed to trust
they in the windows. We got you. So you know what I'm saying, man.
They got
fuck them for a second, man, because we got the chef in the motherfucking building. I got one question, real quick, real quick. What do you think? Why hasn't anybody bit your style, right? There's a lot of there's a lot of shit out there, and I see a lot of styles being bitten, but I've never really heard anybody quite bite your style.
You know what it is? Cause my style can't be bitten, B. My shit, you can't. You know what it is? It's just that, and it's so funny because I say to myself, like, I see other niggas who rhyme like other niggas, and it's like, oh shit. If I hear a nigga that sound exactly like me, I want to sign him. Straight up and down. I gotta sign him because that's an accomplishment within itself, man.
Good looks, man. They coming inside the door.
Nah, but let me get this out real quick. Let me get this out. It's important news, important business. But you know, I'm working on the documentary, Purple Tape Files. You know, that's the documentary that we're putting together for the 10-year anniversary, the 20-year anniversary of Cuban Links.
That's crazy.
So y'all gonna see a mean documentary. You know, designed by myself, not me having to go somewhere and get somebody to do it. It's like we more hands-on with it. Y'all gonna love this shit. Trust me when I tell you.
Well, you got the support from the VIP for sure,
still
man.
Now they wearing them Cubans again, man. So thank you.
Everybody built for Cuban Links now. I love it.
Real quick, what's your social, man? Your Twitter, your Instagram, all that. How can they get at you?
Yeah, you know, everything is at Raekwon. You know, Facebook, Instagram, everything is at Raekwon, and that's officially
me.
me.
They don't bite them, man.
That's me. You know, I'm up there having fun. I'm giving y'all, you know, a piece of my world, and like I said, I'm gonna keep y'all knowing what I'm doing and what's going on.
Salute.
No doubt.
The chef.
That's what it is. VIP Saturdays, y'all.
Yeah.